I think there's a few things that should concern every single American. Take Donald Trump, take Joe Biden out. Let's just look at the system. Whoever you're for, would you be cool with this being done by the president of the United States to anyone? Okay. Last August 2022, Department of Justice released stunning photograph depicting alleged contraband seized from Donald Trump's Palm Beach estate that day. It showed colored sheets representing scary classifications and their classified levels attached to files discovered in Trump's private office. Right? You remember that?
I do remember. It was a big story, Glenn.
Was it?
Yeah. I remember the pictures. They were everywhere.
Okay. So one ex-CIA officer told ABC News the cover sheets indicated the highest levels of secrecy, and in the wrong hands, they could have resulted in murder.
I remember this. The case was Donald Trump so egregious in this particular matter. He didn't care about the security of the nation. He didn't care about our nuclear secrets. He just took a bunch of stuff labeled top secret and brought it to his house and put it in his shower.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was terrible. Why would he do such a thing?
13 boxes or containers contained documents with classification markers. And in all, over 100 unique documents with classification markings were seized. Okay. Certain of the documents had colored cover sheets indicating their classification status. Okay. The DOJ's clever wordsmithing, however, did not accurately describe the origin of the cover sheets. In what must be considered not only an act of doctoring evidence, but willfully misleading the American people into believing the former president is a criminal and a threat to national security, agents involved in the raid attached the cover sheets to at least 7 files to stage that photo. Here's what they did.
It's incredible.
Classified cover sheets were not recovered in the container. Contrary to what the FBI originally said. In fact, after being busted recently by defense attorneys for mishandling evidence in the case, Brad had to fess up about how the cover sheets actually ended up on the documents. The new version of the story, where he admits kind of a critical detail that he failed to disclose. If the investigation team found a document with classification markings, it removed the document, segregated it, and replaced it with a placeholder sheet. The investigative team used classified cover sheets for that purpose. But before the official cover sheets were used as a placeholder, agents apparently used them as props. FBI agents took it upon themselves to paperclip the sheets to the documents, something evident given the uniform nature of how each cover sheet is clipped to a file in the photo. They laid them out on the floor and then snapped a picture of it. This is never done.
You don't think?
No, this is never done. Now, the federal judge that is looking at this case, which is now in court, they have postponed the document trial because they've said there are too many things here that don't add up. There are too many things the FBI did that they never did, nor should they have ever thought of doing. So there's too many irregularities, whether this thing even goes through or not. But here's the point. If I said to a Democrat, how would you feel if Donald Trump, when he was in office, wanted to get Joe Biden so badly that he went into the House and he had the FBI arrange a photo session and change documents and made them look much scarier than they were, basically planting evidence that was not there. They came in with that evidence. Would you be okay with that?
Planting evidence?
Yeah.
No.
Isn't that what they did?
I mean, certainly to manipulate public opinion.
Yet they walked in with the things they photographed that said were in Donald Trump's home. They were not marked that way. They did not have those covers.
That's incredible. I mean, I definitely thought, my impression when seeing that photo
that's what they pulled out.
was that that's what they pulled out. And so it was basically, it made it more egregious for Trump. He saw that it said top secret all over it and still took it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you don't know anything about this, you look at that and you say, well, he should have known. I mean, it says top secret all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't say top secret all over the place. They added that later for these photos is what we're learning.
Yes.
It's incredible.
That is at best propaganda. At best, propaganda. Would you be happy as a Democrat if Donald Trump was engaged in that sort of, at best, propaganda to sway people his way? You would say no. I would say no. I say no now. Why aren't you saying no? Here's the next one. Do you remember the name Robert Malley? Robert Malley was the subject of some controversy and some scrutiny last year because he is our envoy to Iran. And all of a sudden, we were going to Iran, and then all of a sudden, the envoy was like, he can't go. Why? Well, he's taking some time off. Why? Well, he just is. Why? Well, we're not sure. What do you mean you're not sure? Well, we can't tell you. What the hell was going on with that? Well, we just found out. Now, this on the heels of what I just talked to you about with Donald Trump. He lost his top secret classification. And when they finally came out with that, why? Well, he just did. Why? He just did. Specifically now, and this did not come from the Biden administration, this has come from whistleblowers, we believe, he was suspended because he allegedly transferred classified documents to his personal email account, downloaded the documents to his personal cell phone, and somebody received them, but we don't know who yet. It's unclear whom he intended to provide these documents, but it is believed that a hostile cyber actor was able to gain access to his email and his phone and obtain downloaded information. These were top secret. These allegations have a substantial impact on our national security, and people should be held accountable swiftly and strongly. But we're not doing anything about him. We just downgraded his security clearance, and he was suspended for a while. Are you kidding me? This guy is a spy for the Iranians. You're trying Donald Trump, and you are using propaganda techniques to hype it up. And this guy, you won't even tell the American people what he did, how he did it. We have to find out through whistleblowers, and nothing is happening to him.
Honest question to anyone who might, have passion against Donald Trump. Which one are you more concerned about? Someone who's doing this with Iran, or classified documents being in the private home of the former president of the United States?
They'd say Donald Trump.
How?
I know.
I mean, you have to be insane to say that.
Correct. And we keep letting these people go. We keep letting them go. Try this on for size. The Republican governors of Texas and Florida have penned letters condemning a proposal that would effectively allow the Democratic administration or any president to wrest control of the National Guard units away from their states without governor's permission. This is the U.S. Air Force Legislative Proposal 480. It's not just Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott against this. 48 governors are against this. Joe Biden wants it. Why? The National Guard cannot be called away from their home state without the permission of the governor. Now, let's just say you are on the left and you have always argued a well-regulated militia. That means the National Guard. Okay. Then that makes this even stronger. If that's the well-regulated militia for each state, the federal government cannot take it from the governors or the state because it is their last defense. And what states do you think he'd take those from? I'm guessing Texas and Florida. And they'd be off fighting some war in God knows where. And Texas and Florida wouldn't have access to their home state defense. Do you want, Democrats, do you want a Donald Trump to have the power to take your National Guard away from you on his whim? Of course you answer no. And I answer no as well. Why am I saying no now, would say no under Trump, but you don't seem to care when it's Biden? Who's really protecting democracy and the republic? Here's another one. Biden administration hid the pause in arms sales to Israel from Congress. Wait. The Javelin missiles going to Ukraine. Donald Trump paused those, they say, only for his personal or political enrichment. He was going to be able to get dirt on Joe Biden, and that can't ever happen. Okay, well, we all know there's corruption over there, but why worry about that then or now? We'll just keep sending hundreds of billions of dollars over to Ukraine. This time, when the American people are for the arms sales, when Congress passed the sales, President Biden secretly stops the arms sales to Israel, even though it was passed by Congress, approved by the people, as much as you can possibly approve anything anymore. Why isn't he? Oh, well, because he really believes this. Oh, and Trump didn't? You can read the hearts of men. And you don't think this has anything to do with the election? You don't think that Mr. Flip-Flop on Israel, I love him, I hate him, I love him, I hate him, I love him, I hate him. Hey, what are the Muslims saying in Dearborn, Michigan? Yeah, that's right, I remember now, I hate him. That's not a political move? Why am I against somebody doing political moves unless it is because it is not in the national interest? If it is in the national interest, we should have a conversation about it. Wait, the president did something. Why did he do it? Can he do that? This one, pure political. Pure political. That's it. We know it. But you don't have a problem with it this time.